Welcome back, friend. Today we are diving into our August budget planner. Can you believe it's already August? And today is actually the 2nd, so we are just a tad behind. If you watched my previous video with our end of month July successes, you heard the stories about my crazy week that I'm still in it, to be honest. I'm trying to wrap up recording in the next hour so that I can go pick up my parents. They live about half an hour away, not quite. It's like 25 minutes, I think, to get to their house. Oh, and this is a heat ruler. So yeah, it'll probably be looking a little funny on camera. But anyway, I have about an hour before I'm wanting to go pick them up because I have to take Dad to an appointment or surgery in Sioux Falls. It's about 2 hours away. Let me find I was not prepared, clearly. These are all color boxes. But yeah, so I have about a half an hour before I have to go pick up my parents. Did I say I had a half an hour? I have an hour before I have to pick them up. But they live about half an hour away from me, and we are headed to Sioux Falls, which is over 2 hours away, because my dad unexpectedly, because he has eye issues, is having a full graft cornea transplant. There we go. That's what it's called. So sadly, he has had eye issues for over a decade. I mean, a really stinking long time. And he is not a stranger to eye surgeries, but this is a full-on transplant, so much more at stake. They're going to be obviously removing his current tissue and cornea and putting in a donor one, which we are so very grateful that they have a donor. And we're just really hoping that his body accepts the new organ, the eye, and all of its tissue. So that surgery is tomorrow morning at 5:45 a.m. And because we live so far away, I am getting us a hotel, and Mom, Dad, and I are going to stay, and Remy's going, of course, with me. And we are going to stay at the hotel tonight. And then Dad will be admitted. He'll have his surgery. Hopefully all goes well. And then hopefully he's gets the approval to come home on Tuesday night. The earliest would be, I think, like 5 p.m. on Tuesday, I think is the earliest. But we're really hoping that we're only in the hotel for 2 nights because financially didn't budget for it. I'm just breathing through all of it, you guys, because frankly, it's like, what do you do? What do you do in those situations? Any other only kids, or even if you're not an only child, like anybody else who's been helping out their parents, and yeah, the unexpectedness of things. I guess it's like the same as having kids. I don't know. I didn't have kids, child-free by choice, but my word, it feels like I don't know why this is really These are really bothering me today that I can't get these lined up. Sorry if it's bothering you all to watch that. Yeah, they're just not quite even. And that is just bothering me. Let me have a moment here. Sorry. There we go. There we go. I think that's part of the controllables. I can control this. The rest of my life, absolute crazy town right now. Okay, where's my black pen? So we have our debt. We have our balances. And we have our minimum due. Let's set that one aside for a moment. And I have them written down off to the side here. So, all right. So first we have HSN. I don't know if I have enough room for all of these anyway. And I always try to do them in terms of lowest balance to highest balance. So it is still a $6.66 balance because I'm on a 5 flex pays, I think it's called. I forget. Anyway, it was a food processor Mom wanted months ago. I think our last payment, I thought it was August. I actually think it's September when I'll actually pay it, because while the payment is charged to the HSN card in August, I pay it in September. So anyway, it's $6.66 every month. And that is also the minimum due on that card each month. Okay, and then we have, what's next? Lowest balance would be Prime, because sadly AMS did go up. And Prime is $477.98 for balance. Minimum due is $35. And it is AMS. And that is $480.91 now. There isn't a typical minimum due. I'll put 25. So this amount went up quite a bit because I received more bills of my own services. I've been going to physical therapy for my hip, which was diagnosed with advanced arthritis in June. They sent me to several specialists. Several of those specialists did various x-rays. Anyway, my previous insurance plan was pretty cruddy, and so I was able to get new insurance this month, but the hospital did send me bills for some of the procedures. I haven't received all of them yet, but they sent it to the third-party company AMS. However, they also wrote a letter with it letting me know that my new insurance plan might cover some of it more than my old one. And they sent a letter to AMS on my behalf letting the company know that I might be eligible for some reprieve from my out-of-pocket expenses that the hospital was billing me for previously. So that's the balance as it is right now. I'm going to have to probably wait 30, 60 days to see how that really plays out over time. But it is where we're at right now. So anyway, that's on the list for that reason. And then we have TJX. Currently, that balance is $678.91. And I am just paying minimums on all of these cards because that's what I had in July with the unexpectedness. Life throws us all sorts of craziness, right? All right, and then we have credit one. So while I realize I had goals in July that I was really wanting to pay off at least one more balance, things happened. Oh, and did I mention yet on this video, I broke the crown on one of my front teeth in July. Haven't paid that yet. It's like $1,500 to $1,800 for a crown. Did you all know this? I mean, I've had my crown since 1997. I fell after donating blood. I got really weak, fell in the hallway of my high school, broke both of my front two teeth out, broke one of my, not the front, it's kind of off to the side, but you can definitely tell, broke that real good, and had 15 stitches. I don't do a lot with surgery stuff, but when I do, I go big. Yeah. So anyway, I've had crowns more than half my life, almost 2/3 of my life at this point, and now I'm gonna need a new one, and it costs a whole lot of money. All right, so credit one is a $51 minimum. All right, and then we have Brightway. And the balance on that is $1,349.41. I don't know why I don't have the balance minimum due there. 55. I don't think it's 45 this month. If that's wrong, I'll correct it off video, but I think that's right. All right, and then we have Kohl's, which is 21, 23, 24, and 75 is due on that card. And Care Credit. I might have enough lines. How shocking would that be? Is 23, 72, 82. I canceled my 3-month cleaning checkup. They've been working, the dentist has been working with me on some periodontal disease since October, which is why this card has the balance it does. There's no interest on it though, as long as I pay each bill off in the promotional time frame, which is typically 12 months. I'm all caught up on all of them up through the ones due in February. And in order to keep up with those, I have to pay more than the actual minimum, but that might be all I can do in August. So we'll just say 80, hoping we can put more there, but if not in August, September, October, maybe. You got to just kind of roll with it, right? If I can just get through my hip surgery, all my dental issues. I swear you all, my body was okay until I turned 50, and it just, actually for me, I think it was like 49. I started really going to the doctor about a whole bunch of stuff. My vision, my pain in my body, my teeth. I had never had problems with any of these things. It's just wild. So anyway, if I can just get through all of those things, I guess the point is I pray I can just keep on top of this, maintaining goals and trying my best to get out of debt and take care of myself. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm definitely trying. So with Southwest, I think this is mostly interest, sadly, that took me back up that high, but 163. And I don't know why they keep adjusting the minimum due either. It's kind of weird, but. And then I have my personal loan. And that is down to 12,972.32, and I pay $385 per month. Where'd my little ruler go? Okay. And let's go ahead and total these up. All right, let's see what we got. $26,697.95. So that is an increase. How much of an increase is it? $212.76 more in debt. Okay, let's see what our minimums, those are going to be higher too because debt's higher. Oh, it's not. Did I forget something? No. Oh, I see what happened. I had put last month, whatever care credit, I used whiteout. So whatever I was thinking I was paying every month, I put instead of the actual minimum due. And then I never adjusted this total after I did some whiteout there, which is fine. We're just leaving it. So $902.66 is what I will be owing for credit card bills this month. So there's our debt list. Now, moving on to our calendar. We're going to be using these fun things. All right, first let's work on this portion. Okay, we need our FICO, asset, savings, income, net worth. So we need 5 of them. All right, so we have our FICO, and then skip 4 spaces. Hey friend, sorry about that. What's the 4th one here? So we have 3, and then we need 1 for income. So we'll skip 2 spots there. And we need one more. We'll make that pink. And that is also 2 spots down. This one's a little far compared to everybody else. So we'll scoot her over just a little bit there. All right, so let's go ahead and fill in. So we have FICO, our assets, and if you watched the last video, you noticed we started tracking all of our end numbers for these categories here, instead of the beginning of the month. So those will all be end numbers, except for FICO. I don't know why I kept doing that one at the beginning of the month, but I mean, I guess we could change it, but okay. So Experian hasn't changed. That is still 650 as of yesterday. The other two, let's see, Equifax has not changed. Do you think it's weird they're 75 points apart? I don't know. And TransUnion went down 2 points. So yeah, not much change, no progress, but we didn't really go backwards that much either. And then, as always, we will track the camper and car values. Would love to sell the camper, and then we wouldn't be tracking it, but until we sell it, the camper's going to be on there. Okay. Then we need to put all of our bill due dates on here. I will also reference July just to make sure I don't lose any, but let's see what we got here. What I really need, I think I say this every month, I really need those little tweezers, those craft tweezers. So we have the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, th 16th, 17th. Let's see. Then we have the 20th, 28th, and 30th. Because I have things due. Let's see. The 20th, yes. The 3rd, yes. The 2nd, it does still say the 2nd on there, oddly. The 10th, the 28th, the 15th, the 14th, ooh, and the 1st. Missed the 14th. I know it wouldn't really matter to anybody but me. But we're going to fix these. Right. Okay, we've got at least the stickers in here. So now what do we have? We have personal loan, rent, storage, Alliant, and State Farm. this. That, you guys, ended up being a fraudulent recurring bill because I kept thinking that it was part of the package I had bought for my dad for Christmas like 2 years ago. And this month in July, there were actually 2 payments, different values. One was on the same monthly date, but one was only for like a couple dollars, different day of the month. And so I was researching this week. When I had time to do that, I don't know. But I was researching. I went into my Microsoft account, couldn't find either of those charges or any of the monthly charges in my Microsoft account. Was able to find my billing for my Microsoft 365, but that was it. So I ended up finally reaching out to the credit card they were charged to, and they flagged it as fraudulent, and they went back into my records. It actually started this past December of 25. In my head, I must have been paying since well before that. You might recall, I actually started tracking stuff for myself in January. So it sort of, not that it's a good excuse, but it sort of makes sense I didn't notice right away because I wasn't tracking yet in December of last year. And by January, I mean, it was just coming out the 17th of every month. I just figured, oh, that's what they're calling this service that I signed dad up for. No, it's not. So anyway, hopefully, I mean, it's like $16 a month, but hopefully I'll get at least a couple months of that back, if not more. If I could get all of it, how amazing would that be? But I'm sure it takes months and months and months to figure that out for reimbursing people. But anyway, that should not come out anymore. All right, so these are all of our bills for the month of August. Yeah, it looks like I have them all. I don't know why this calendar looks more spread out than this one, but they're the same dates. Okay, and then we need to go into the payment due list, I guess is what I should reference it as. But let's get some color on it, shall we? Let's decorate. Let's have a little fun with some color. And while I know I have lots to do, that I'm not even done packing. I still have laundry in the dryer and I need to leave in 20 minutes. While all of that is still on my mind, this is somewhat relaxing, so I'm glad I'm taking time to do this for myself. Ooh, I do have another August. Yay, I wasn't sure. So I feel like in July, or one of the months, I couldn't find the second title. I'm thinking. Okay, so now we have August. We need a recurring title and a credit card title. And the Fever are on, and I'm not even watching them. those are recurring. Now let's move on to credit cards. Oh, and storage was paid. Personal loan has been taken out. I haven't seen the others for the first or the second yet, so. The category and the budget, and whatever challenges we want. All right, so now we need to figure out what this month's budget is going to be. I really need new tires. Like, it's making me a little scared to drive if it's rainy. I'm going to put 1,000 in there again. I hope things level out that make that possible. We'll keep office supplies at 25, donations at 35. Subscriptions did go up, so let's do, should just be 27 this month. Let's see how close to that we get. We'll keep entertainment at 25. Beauty, we'll say 25. Garden, 25. Home goods, 25. Hi, Remington. Dog care, we're definitely gonna need dog food this month. What categories are we given to no spend this month? I should have figured that out first, huh? Let's do another no spend beauty. I think think we could do it. Some into fashion this month. How much do we want to put in there though? Because it means I'm having to reduce something else, I think. Gas is going to be another high month. I'm going to do that at 200. Credit card fees, obviously don't control those. I'm going to just make that about what it was last month. Spa, we'll keep it to 100 again, mostly just for waxing. Food and bev, we were really good. We only did 133 out of 200. I don't know how many times we're gonna have to go to Sioux Falls in August though. So, you know, when we're there, we don't have a kitchen. So I'm gonna leave that at 200 because that was still a reduction from our average and we were well under. But medical, let's hope it's 525. I really don't know what that'll be. Groceries, we did 812. My goal was 700. Let's do a goal of 800 this month. Let's see if we can just bring it down just a little bit more, because that would be great. And then we'll have our actual at the end of the month. All right, let's see what are we budgeting? $33.62. And what did we say last year? Or last month. Last month we had $31.12. So we're about $250 over our budget last month. But we spent way less, so I have like that carryover cushion, I guess you could call it, from July of what we didn't spend. And then our no spend will be beauty again. And I just want to point out my no spend beauty. That wasn't an easy task in July because we went to the lavender farm. I did a video on that a little bit. Well, I mentioned it in my like walk and talk video about things I'm still spending money on. But I did not buy anything. Like they had so many cute like lavender soaps, lavender herbs, lavender infused candle, you name it, they had it. And I didn't buy a single thing there at their cute little store. They had over 40 vendors who had lavender themed items. Adorable. Didn't buy a single thing. So proud of myself. All right, so then let me see. Do I have something I can make just a little cutesy? I did a little asterisk last month. Do I have something like that this month? Of course, I don't know what book I got that out of. Here, let's do... this no spend beauty. There we go. And then I had a note to self. That could work. There. Remember this. No spend beauty. That's our final sheet, y'all. for the month of August. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. I love the company. I hope you enjoy it as well. If you have any requests or if you've watched several videos and you like the flow of some over others, please let me know what you're enjoying. My videos aren't getting a ton of traction. I am so appreciative of every single view I get, but because I'm still, only at max getting a couple hundred views on videos, there's not a lot of information for the algorithm to share back with me. So when I look at my YouTube studio for information, a lot of times those little categories say, not enough information at this time. So if you all let me know what you love and what you want to see more of, that would be amazing. I'd so appreciate it. And I just want you to know that I do really value your comments as well and your suggestions, and take all of those to heart as someone who is really trying to get a grasp on numbers in her money flow this year. Single midlife gal trying to figure it all out. So if you're on that same journey, even if you're not a gal, and even if you're not midlife, but you're on some sort of budget journey, thanks for joining mine. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to our next sit down together. Hopefully I have better updates for you in the health front for both my parents and myself, and the health of my budget as well. So if you like this content, please like, subscribe, follow along on my journey, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. That costs us nothing. Bye, everybody.